Did you know that nearly 80% of people admit to making the same financial mistakes over and over? So why do we struggle to learn from our missteps? Let's uncover the surprising reasons behind these repeated financial choices. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at a fascinating and important topic: why so many of us keep making the same financial mistakes. Even with endless advice, budgeting apps, and resources, people often find themselves stuck in a cycle of poor financial choices. In this video, we're diving deep into the psychological and social factors that lead us to repeat these mistakes, and how understanding these patterns can help us break free. Let's start with the central issue. Despite the abundance of financial tools and advice available today, people still fall into similar traps. Common mistakes like overspending, not saving enough, or accumulating credit card debt continue to affect millions. And it's not just a lack of resources. Many people know they're making a mistake, yet find it difficult to change their behavior. The consequences can be harsh, from financial stress to debt that affects mental well-being and relationships. One of the big challenges here is that financial habits often feel automatic, driven by impulses and habits rather than conscious choices. Even with good intentions, people are pulled back into their comfort zones or old patterns. Why? To answer this, we need to explore the underlying reasons that go beyond just budgeting or making lists. Let's delve into the key reasons why we repeat these financial mistakes, starting with psychological factors. Behavioral economics has shown that we're wired to prioritize short-term rewards over long-term gains. Known as present bias, this tendency makes us more likely to splurge now, even if we know it will hurt us financially in the future. Emotional triggers, like stress or boredom, can also push us into impulsive spending, creating a cycle that's tough to break. Another factor is social influence. We often mirror the spending habits of those around us, whether family, friends, or even social media influencers. This is sometimes called the keeping up with the Joneses effect, where we feel pressured to match the lifestyle of those we see, even if it's beyond our means. In the age of Instagram and TikTok, it's even easier to be influenced by lavish lifestyles, making us more likely to overspend. Then there's the issue of financial literacy. Despite widespread access to information, many people haven't received formal education on managing money. Schools often lack personal finance courses, leaving young adults to learn through trial and error. Without a solid foundation, it's easy to make poor choices simply because we don't understand how credit, loans, or compound interest work. This knowledge gap leads to repeated mistakes, as people may not fully grasp the long-term consequences of their decisions. These factors combined, psychological biases, social influence, and a lack of financial education, create a powerful cycle that's difficult to escape. And while some people manage to break free, many find themselves falling back into these patterns, even with the best intentions. Here's where it all comes together. Let's look at a compelling case study. A young professional named Sarah found herself trapped in a cycle of credit card debt. Despite multiple attempts to pay down her balance, she would end up maxing out her card again each year. Eventually, Sarah took a hard look at her spending patterns and realized that her triggers were emotional. Whenever she felt stressed at work, she'd turn to shopping as a form of relief. With this insight, she took a different approach. She started a stress journal and set up small rewards that didn't involve spending, like taking a day off or treating herself to a movie night. This shift helped her finally break the cycle and pay off her debt. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that understanding the why behind our financial choices can lead to real change. To wrap up, we've explored the psychological, social, and educational reasons behind repeated financial mistakes. By understanding how present bias, social influences, and a lack of financial literacy impact our decisions, we can take steps to break free from these patterns. The key to financial success often starts with self-awareness and a willingness to change habits rather than simply following rules or tips. Have you ever caught yourself repeating a financial mistake? Share your experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. And if you're interested in learning more about personal finance, be sure to check out our next video on financial literacy tips. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on managing money wisely.